Amazon Web Services or AWS is a globally recognized cloud-based platform on which many companies rely for their cloud infrastructure. They host their applications and servers through their cloud platform. Now, if you want to get proficiency in cloud, you can have these AWS certifications, which will make sure that you have expertise in AWS. The certification starts from foundation, associate level and to professionals, and even they have very specific courses or certifications which will help you to make your recognition very smooth. Let's talk about different types of AWS certifications which we have. There are majorly three categories: foundational, associate and professional. When we talk about foundational certificates, there are practitioner certificates. These are very fundamental and very basics, which will just give you an introduction to AWS and their services. There are two different certificates which are available. The first one is AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner, and then the second one is Certified AI Cloud Practitioner. The second one talks more about ML and AI side, whereas the first one is related to fundamental cloud services, which includes in AWS. Then there are associate levels, which includes Solution Architect Associate, Developer Associate, and then SysOps Administrator. These three are for someone who is looking into depth of AWS, like they know the implementation of services, so on and so forth. Then there are professional certificates, which literally are for professionals who have a deeper experience with AWS, have worked with AWS services, and then they are looking for their validation through certifications. The first one is DevOps Engineer, and then the second one is Solution Architect Professional. These two are major professional certificates which are provided by AWS. Then there are other certifications. These are specialty certificates. These are nothing but when you have to specialize in any domain, let's say data engineering or machine learning, these certificates are meant for those people. Now let's just talk about how we can prepare for these certification exams. Again, these are pretty tough compared to other certifications. You need to prepare literally for each one of them. When we talk about preparation, there are multiple courses which are available. You can go for Udemy. Even AWS provides few training courses through which you can prepare. AWS also provides few live sessions through which you will be able to prepare for these particular certifications. There are multiple white papers, also free websites through which you can get few questions as well. One important tip is please practice before giving exams. Please practice the question sets, different type of questions which AWS asks, and then you are good to go. Now let's answer the very important question: who should take these certifications? Now these certifications are classified into multiple domains: specialty, professional, practitioner, and then associate level. So starting with the very basic, that is practitioner level certificates. These are for someone who is interested into learning AWS, maybe a salesperson who want to know that how business works. If their company is working with AWS and they want to do sales based on that, they can go for it. If someone is very new to AWS and they want to just have a hang of how AWS works, they can go for these type of certifications. Then there are associate certifications. These are someone who has been into IT domain, who has been working with AWS, and they know how AWS or what all services AWS provides. If you have an exposure of cloud at least of 6 months maybe, you can definitely consider going for associate level certifications. Then comes the professional certifications. These are for professionals who have been working in the industry for more than 2 to 3 years, and they have an in-depth knowledge of how exactly AWS service work. When they have to enhance their skills, they go for these type of certifications. Lastly, the specialty certifications. These are for people who have been working with AWS, but now you want to get specialization in particular domain. Maybe it's machine learning, maybe it's data engineering. You can go ahead for specialty certificates. Finally, let's talk about how much does it cost. So the very initial or fundamental courses or practitioner level certificates, they basically cost around $100. The associate level cost around $150. And the professional and specialty certificates cost around $300. Again, there are taxes and there are coupons which can reduce this cost, but these are the pricing which has been offered by AWS. Now, if you are planning to go for a certification, here are few tips. First one is you can go to AWS Skill Builder, which offers multiple courses through which it will be much more easier for you to learn. The second one is you can go to AWS events and their Twitch streams so that you will be up to date on what technology or what changes are happening. Also, they provide few coupons which will help you to get a discount in your certification. The next one is you can do hands-on practice, get an AWS account of free tier, practice all the services so that you have a real-time example or demo of your services. So now you are ready to dive into the environment of cloud. Start learning and start preparing for the certifications. It will enhance your career growth. It will make validations. And whenever you're applying for new jobs, you will get identified through these certifications. Happy learning.